This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
Welcome to INC Radio Oregon, where our brethren from different parts of Oregon, Washington, California, Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming greet you. Come get to know all of our brethren from the Ecclesiastical District of Oregon and explore our activities, experiences, and sceneries. This is Oregon.
Hello to our viewers and listeners here on INC Radio Oregon. Thank you for joining us today. We're hoping that you're having a great and wonderful Saturday or your Sunday there in the Philippines. And right now it is June 15. It's the middle of the month of June. We're about approaching the official time of our summer season. So we hope that you're enjoying whatever weather that's happening today in your area. And so we hope that you're gonna enjoy our program today. I am Sister Flo Guillermo, and our topic today is how to say no respectfully. Again, how to say no respectfully. And we'd love to see you there in our live chat, engaging with us. And behind the scenes is our brother Jess helping me. And he will be hopefully helping me with the posting of your comments today. So let us know where you're from, joining us there, wherever you are. And our live chat question is, do you find yourself having a difficult time saying no? And what do you say when you say no to someone? Okay, so we hope to engage with you there in our live chat and see some of your comments. And hopefully, we get some best answers from you today. All right. And so, today we're tackling a topic that's often challenging but crucial in our interactions: how to say no respectfully. There are situations where we need to decline someone or something, and it is for a good reason. But how, you ask? We know we struggle with this, especially if it's a crucial decision to make or it's someone we love. So let's delve into this. And hopefully we can be okay we whenever our answer is no. Okay? So research states saying no can be a powerful tool for setting boundaries, communicating honestly, and protecting mental health. It can be difficult to say no, but it can have many benefits to that. So first of all, let's share some of these benefits that when we say no to you or you're saying no to that person. First is boundaries. Second, mental well-being. Third is time management. Fourth is honesty. And last is confidence. So let me give you a little bit of detail with these. So boundaries, it helps to maintain good relationships. You give yourself some respect as well as to the other person. Mental well being reduces stress and resentment. For your time management, you're using your time for important matters and focus on your goals. Honesty shows you are honest and authentic to others. And confidence, you give yourself control of your life. So we got 5 items that are benefits. So I hope you kind of get that to absorb that. Okay. And when we say no, for the most part, we have a reason why we're saying no. I know it sometimes it hurts to say no, and the person who's receiving uh, the answer no can be a little bit painful sometimes. But having a reason helps the other person get a better perspective and shows you are not a difficult person or you're not being a difficult person. So, what are the reasons why we struggle with saying no? And there's, several reasons why we're saying no. And so, first is the fear of conflict. I know we get scared when we say no or we're going to encounter some conflict. So, we're afraid of conflict or confrontation and don't want to upset others. And you want to keep peace with each other, especially if that person is of a higher position or it's somebody that you love or it doesn't matter. It's that person that you that's asking you to do something. Humans are naturally people pleasing, right? So when we say no, we feel guilty or we've let someone down, and especially our family members. And earlier we said our superiors. Third is cultural conditioning, and we think it will. This means cultural conditioning. I first when I saw this, I wasn't sure what it really meant, but as I read on more, and it's con- cultural conditioning is we think it will prevent ourselves from getting ahead, like we're possibly missing out on something. And especially like when, for example, like getting a job or going out with friends, we might be missing out on something like that when we have to turn down someone or decline something. And one other reason is why we struggle to say no is we're unclear or we have unclear limits. So that means we don't know what our limits are. And so in for that, we just say yes. But for the most part, we need to know our limits. So that's like boundaries as well. So with that, so again, some of the reasons for why we struggle for saying no is fear of conflict. We are people pleasers. There's cultural conditioning and unclear limits. These are some of the reasons what research has said. And let me see if we have some before I go on. And let me read some of our messages coming from our live chat. And let's see. We have Sister Rachel coming in from Beaverton. Sister Rachel Cruz, her family, the Ramones and the Cruz family, viewing us from Beaverton. Beaverton. And let's see. We have Kuya Rani Bayuga there. Hello, Kuya Rani. Sister Mary Jane Angeles from Hillsboro and St. Helens. And hello to Sister Emilu Sanchez. Sister Emilu, I believe she's in Australia at the moment. So hello to you. Thank you for joining us. Sister Marietta Miller from Medford Group Worship Service here in our district. Oh, we have Brother Christian Das Marinas. Thank you for supporting our program as well from Portland. Good to see you, Portland brethren here. Sister Louisa Ledesma from Vancouver. Brother Armand Kagingin, resident minister of I'm sorry, resident minister of Beaverton. And then we have Brother Mario Oka there. Good morning, Paul, from the Philippines, and he is enjoying our program, coming in from local congregation of Brixtonville. It sounds like a fancy place, Brixtonville. Actually, he is from the district of Caloocan North. Hello to Sister LJ Yaneza from Hillsboro, Sister Flora Pease Chapman from Medford, again, Sister Morietta Miller joining us, Brother Robin Oranchak from the local or group worship service of Westlock, Alberta, Canada. Yay! District of Edmonton. And then we have Sister Lucy Anchetta from the District of Virginia, Brother Bam Conlas from Boise and Twin Falls. And let's see. Brother Bam says there are professional ways of saying no. So I'd love to hear your examples as well. So please share them, and hopefully um, Brother Jess can capture your answers. And then we have Brother Yuri Cruz. All right. So just moving on uh, to our topic discussion today. So, you know, we're like wondering, how do we say no respectfully? And sometimes we don't want to come across rude. We don't want to come across like we don't care. So there's one that I love to use, and I didn't know they call it this, and it's called sandwich method, not peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but let's see. Sandwich method is sandwiching a no between two positives. For example, thank you for considering me, but I would have to decline for now. However, the timing may be perfect when the next opportunity comes up. So you can see where that sandwich method is coming from, right? And so you put in a positive note there, and then you just say, I'm sorry, I can't make it, um, but maybe the next time. As simple as that. Another one is, instead of saying no, you can say for later. So you can say, for the most part, like for me, when someone asks me for something, or I need to give a schedule or something, I would I would let them know and say, you know what, may I may I get back to you? I'll get back to you a little later today, or give them a time, because sometimes they may be expecting an answer at a certain point. So give them a time. Let's say, I'll I'll let you know in a few hours. So I'll let you know in 2 hours, and you give them that and get back to them. Or for us who are very, very busy, we block times in our planners or calendars, and we have something going on, and say, you can say things like, I need to check my schedule. I will let you know right away. So make sure you get back to them. Or as simple as, can I take a rain check? And of course, it doesn't give them a hard no on something they're asking you for. Another one is, the only way is to be straightforward. Being honest is best. And all you have to say is, say, I'm sorry, I can't. No, I cannot. And to soften your answer as a no, give them a brief explanation. And s- it makes you feel good when you give them a brief explanation. You don't have to divulge everything why you're saying no, and just say, I can't right now, there's something going on. As easy as that. Um so give them that short explanation. Another one is, as a team player, you can give an alternative, such as, I have a deadline to meet right now, but when I'm done and you still need my help, I will be there for you. So at least you have some hope that you're going to be there for them. Okay. And before we go on to the about the last portion of our um, topic today, let's see. Let's read some things like Brother Bam. He says, "I'm currently tied up at the moment." So that's a good answer. Um, and he says, "It doesn't. I know it. It doesn't seem to agree with my preferences." I believe he is referring to something that maybe somebody's asking him for something, or asking for an opinion or whatnot. But he says, I'll look into it. So it's not really a hard no. And we have someone. We have someone joining us from. Her name is Benita, Sister Benita Maravilla. She is coming in from Mangahan. I'm not sure what district that is. And hello to Sister Terry Morales. Good to see you here on our program today. And let's see, Brother Jess. He has. If my boss gives me an assignment with a deadline that I know I can't meet, he says, which task do you want me to drop so I can do this new task? So then you are giving your boss a little bit of choice there to see where the priorities stand. So that's a good one. Thank you for that. Sister Rachel says saying no is important at times to manage your priorities. And I highly agree on that. You can say no, no, not at this time, because you have pressing priorities to meet. I know it's a lot of times it happens when we are at work and we're juggling a lot of tasks there. And I know that Sister Rachel uh, is manages, things that has something to do with computers or programming. And sometimes, a lot of times, there's so many things that needs to be done all at once. Some of us who have different tasks, or some of us who have different offices here in the Church of Christ, we hold different obligations. And sometimes they're all due all at once, or um, they need to be done right now. Or so you need to know where you need to manage your time. So time management is a great key to making sure your obligations or your task to-do list is completed. Also, we have, going back to our live chat, we have Brother Daniel Ordonio coming in from the local congregation of Vallejo. I think I know some brethren all of, there in Vallejo. So hello, everyone, and Sister Danielle McCalintal as well. Greetings to you, sister. And all right, okay, let's see. And the last part of our topic discussion today. So, what are the examples when it is necessary to say no? And one of them is a conflict in schedule. So sometimes when they ask you for something and you already have something on your planner, um, so you so if you're a planner person, or you know what your your schedule are going schedules going on, or activities going on, you need to see where your priorities are, and sometimes you just have to say no and respectfully say, I'm sorry, I can't do it at this time, or I have something going on at that time, but I will try and catch up, right? Like Sister Rachel says, priorities. Um, we have to say no. There's certain priorities that needs to be done. Or we have to say no because we have too many tasks on our plate and we have to say no. So that's a management of our time and juggling of our priorities. So, and one other situation that maybe sometimes you have to say no. Um, a job offer. Sometimes it's so hard because your life depends on it sometimes when you have a job offer, but you need to evaluate, is this going to hinder me from my duties? Is that going to hinder me from my worship services? Is that going to hinder me from my time with my family? So you need to figure out where you need to say yes or you say no to job offers. Sometimes we have to say no to our children. I know it's one of the hardest things to do is to say no to your children. However, you know when to say no if it's going to help them or if it's going to hurt them. So that's evaluating that. In your workplace, like we said, job offers or your workplace, if it's going to hinder you from doing something, sometimes we have to say no. Even on answering an email or text messaging, saying no, have to say that. And sometimes it's hard to write it out, but you have to figure out how you're going to word your texting or your emails. So those are some of the examples. And I hope some of these has helped you to know when to say no respectfully. And when your tone of voice has a lot to do with it as well. So make sure you say it with your tone of voice in a respectful manner. And we have a little bit more coming in here. Let's see. Hello to Brother Roel Katabay and Sister Rowena Katabay joining us. Sister Mary Lou Sanchez. She says, my priority is the month end reports. I will check your request once I'm done. My usual response when someone is asking me to do when I'm busy with my month end reports for work. And Sister Lucy says, priority, prioritize who is near to your heart. Yes. And then we have Sister Flora Peace Chapman saying, you can acknowledge their idea by saying, I see your point, but I can't commit at this time. Let me see what I can do with my schedule when it opens up. See, that's a very great example of that. And it's very respectful. Sister Emilu Sanchez says, saying no is better than beating around the bush. It helps both you to move on and be more productive and for the person asking so he or she can find another way if it's possible then just wait for you. Very great points and I thank you so much for sharing your ideas there on our live chat. And so as we close in into our topic today and our episode today, saying no to someone or something is normal, and it's okay to do with good reason. As we have learned earlier, saying no doesn't have to be the end of it. There are excellent ways to do it and feel okay. Let's be respectful to the one asking for something. And remember, it's not about being difficult, it's about setting healthy boundaries. However, as members of the Church of Christ, we are encouraged to be open-minded and live for doing what is good for our Almighty God, to not say no. We hope that you have enjoyed our topic discussion today and feel good about saying no sometimes when you need to say it. And we hope to you've learned something in our program or our episode today. All right. And so here in our District of Oregon, couple of activities that's coming up is our International Pasugo Quiz. And I hope that you have gathered your family to be part of this wonderful activity here in our district, and is it's for the family edition. So on the local level, it's June 22, and then on the district level is June 30th. So stay tuned for more details that will be announced in your local congregation. All right. And before we say our final, our special acknowledgments, I'd like to just say happy birthday to the following brethren on June 15, which is today, Sister Gian Moreno from the local congregation of Beaverton, Sister Rose and Kroll, June 16. That's tomorrow. Brother Moises Rigonon, June 19. They're all from the local congregation of Beaverton. And wedding anniversary are from the local congregation of Vancouver, June 11, 26 years. Brother Erz and Sister Cynthia Gutierrez. And coming up next is on June 20th, Brother Albert McCalintal, our Assistant Resident Minister, and Sister Danielle Macalintal. We'd like to say thank you very much to Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our Executive Minister, and our Brother Angelo Iranio Manalo, our CFO Coordinator, SEBC, CEO, and President. Thank you so much for giving us this chance to be able to share topics like this. And thank you to all of you that join us here on INC Radio Oregon. Join us again next week. Share this program link with your family and friends. And let's subscribe to INC Radio DZM on the YouTube channel. Next up is INC Radio Alaska. Have a great weekend, everyone. Take care and see you again next week on our next episode. Bye, everyone.